My most memorable on-stage disaster was probably in A Funny Thing Happened on the way to the Forum when the Forum collapsed. The entire set collapsed. And there was only myself and my virgin girlfriend, Felia, I was playing Hero, standing on stage, and we had to rebuild the Forum before everybody else came on stage, which actually the audience adored, and they were on our side for the rest of the performance.
I went on stage with no panties on and did a cartwheel lift. That wasn't pretty. I hadn't realised I'd run in from the beach and I put my pantyhose on, and then you're supposed to put your panties over the top and then your costume, and then you get spun in the air, and I realised as we were dancing I was trying to say, oh, I've got no panties on, don't twirl me in the air, and my partner couldn't hear me. That was pretty bad. It's a horrible thought, isn't it? It's just a mental picture for you. That wasn't good.
And I was playing Troilus in Troilus and Cressida. And the wardrobe was very imaginative. By that I mean we wore a lot of rubber. And we had these sandals on, you know. So opening moment of the play, after the prologue, I come storming off of the battlefield. I throw down my headgear, my helmet. It was like wrestling headgear. It was so stupid. I throw it down, and I start up the stairs from the pit. And my sandals, one of my sandals snags on the top step, and I fall right on my face. This is before I've even said one line. Fall on my face, and the set was made of mosaic, fake mosaic. They were all these sponges, flat sponges, just pasted all over to look like rough masonry. So I fell, took a nice big breath to say my first line, and I inhaled a big chunk of sponge. It just went right down my throat. So the whole first couple of minutes of the play is mainly me choking to death.
It was during Kiss Me Kate, actually. Where is the Life That Late I Led, which was the song I was most terrified to sing because there are so many lyrics and they come so fast, and it's one of those songs where if your train gets derailed, it's off the tracks. And one night I totally went up, and generally I can make up words on the spot pretty well and cover for it, but that I just couldn't do it anymore. And finally I said, stop. I said, I've forgotten the words. And I looked down at Paul Gemignani, who was the conductor, and I said, Maestro, can you help me out here, please? And he looks down at his podium where he doesn't have any music, because he memorizes his scores, and he looks up at me and he went.
It was during South Pacific here at Lincoln Center, and one day I fell, it's hard to explain, but one day I fell into the shower. There's like a shower scene, I'm in a bathing suit, right? And I like tripped on the way into the shower, and my like bare legs are hanging out the back to the audience. And it happened to be a school matinee, so all the children who are watching are like laughing, and I was so embarrassed. And I didn't know if I should like climb back out the shower, like butt to the audience, or like climb through the back of the shower and come around. And I ended up climbing through and coming around, and I said, I'm fine.
Believe it or not, I have had many onstage disasters. I think the most memorable would be when I was doing Damn Yankees on Broadway. There was a number called the Blooper Ballet, and it was about all the ball players sort of mishandling the ball and tripping and falling. And there was a moment where Scott Wise and I did these very long stomach slides, and I hit the stage, and I don't know if they hadn't wet mopped the stage that night, but I hit it, and as soon as I hit it, I knew I was going too fast. And I tried to stop myself, but I had a baseball glove in my hand, and I sort of just kept pawing the stage, and I went right off the front of the stage, off the tip, which was shaped like a baseball diamond, past the conductor, God bless him, David Chase, saw me just zip past head first, 12 feet into the pit, landed on the French horn player, sent her to the hospital. I don't know why that made me laugh. That's not appropriate. She's fine. And I suddenly realized and the number kept going, and because it's all about pratfalls, the audience, except for the people sitting right next to where I fell, they all thought it was part of the show. So I got David off his stool, and I jumped on his podium and then onto his chair, and then I grabbed the back of the stage, and I did a backflip up onto the stage and did a big double take and ran off into the wings, and the audience was just like, yay, that was the best fall of all.